Students, we are going to do the routing between the three routers and the connected devices. This is going to be our first experiment, and for that purpose I am going to use the packet tracer version 7.3.0.0838. So if you also use the same version, our .pkt file, a completed configuration file which I am going to send, you may be able to directly run in this version of the packet tracer. So please see the arrangement, that is the topology of the devices. We have three routers, 1941, and we have 2960 switches. With these things, now if I want actually having configured the switches and assigning the shown IP address to the router interfaces, it is not a surprise that this PC0 cannot communicate with PC1 and PC2. Why? Because I have not done the routing in the routers. So if the devices PC0 should communicate with PC1 and 2 vice versa, I must do the routing configuration in all the three routers, router 1, router 2, router 3. Then I will be able to achieve the communication between the n devices. This task we have not so far completed, and I am sure that this is a new challenge for you. We will see how we are going to handle this one. This is our first experiment in this class. Just to show you that these devices are not communicating with each other, we will see that by pinging the PC1 and 2 from PC0. Ping 192.168.2.2. You can see the message, destination host unreachable. So if I am going to ping the other computer PC 3.0, 3.2 also, 3.2, we will get the same reply. That is actually the destination host not or unreachable. So we will see, we have to see that first our task in this experiment is to make the PCs communicate with each other. In other words, they should be able to ping each other. So for that we are going to configure the routers for static routing. After that you will see that the devices are able to communicate with each other. So before configuring, let me tell you how the configuration will be done. As you see here, we see three different networks. One is 192.168.1.0. The other is 192.168.2.0. The other is 192.168.3.0. These are the three networks. Now, when I am going to consider the router R1, router 1, that is the first router. Now this router should receive the packets from PC0 and should be able to forward it to the network 192.168.2.0, and then that is possible through the interface of the second router 10.0.0.2. This is the IP address we have assigned to the serial interface of router 2. So the communication to the network 192.168.2.0 will be through the serial interface 10.0.0.2, and also the communication to the network 192.168.3.0 0 will also be through the serial interface of the second router 10.0.0.2. So let us do the configuration for the router 1. So I will go to the configuration, routing, static routing, and then I have to add the routes. First, let me add the route for 192.168.2.0. Network is 192.168.2.0. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Then the next hop is 10.0.0.2. So then I will add it so that the 192.168.2.0 network will be able to communicate through router R1. Then we go for the second network. That is, if you see here, 11.0.0.0, that is the next network. So let us add that network also. But before that, let us add the 3.0 network. 192.168 3.0, that is via 10 dot, that is this router 2, 10.0.0.2. So I will add that also. Then what is left is the network between the router 2 and router 3. That is going to be 11.0.0.0, and the subnet mask will be 255.0.0.0, and that will be through 10.0.0.2. So this also I have to add. So I have added this one. So the configuration here in the router R1 is complete. So let us close this one, and then we will go to the configuration of second router. Now let us do the configuration for router 2. So static routing, and now we have to consider two networks, 192.168.1.0 and 192.168.3.0. So let me enter the routes 192.168.1.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.255. The next hop will be 10.0.0.1. Okay, so this we will add. So it is actually .0. Now we will add it. So we have added one route, but there is also one more, that is 192.168.3.0. That will be via the interface 11.0.0.2. So we have finished the configuration in the second router. So now we will go to the now we will do the configuration for the third router. Go to the configuration, static routing, and then here we have to consider three networks. So the first one will be 192.168.1.0, and then the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0 via the interface 10.0.0.1. Let me add it. So the mistake is dot missing here. So it is added. Now let us consider the 2.0 network. So we will add the route for that 2.0 via 11.1, and we will add that one. Now the third network that we need to consider is 10.0.0 network. So 10.0.0, and then the subnet mask will be different, 0.0. That will be via the same interface 11.0.0.1 added. So we have added now the three routes for the router R3, and thereby we have completed the configuration. Now we will test the communication between the PCs, PC0, PC1 and PC. Now since we have completed the configuration in the router 1, 2 and 3, now we will check the communication between the PCs 0, PC1 and PC2. So now I am going to ping 2.2 . Yeah, now the communication is successful. Now we will also ping the machine 3.2. Initially request timeout, but now the communication is taking place. Now let us try from the 3.2 ping 192.168.1.2. Straight away reply is coming. Then we'll try 2.2. So it is also communicating. So that way you can also check from 2.2 to other PCs. So the communication is successful, and this is the end of the experiment.